Welcome back to Next Gen Drive, the channel where we bring you the latest and most exciting vehicles shaping the future of mobility. Today we're diving deep into a performance-oriented electric crossover that has generated plenty of buzz, the 2026 Genesis GV60 Magma. This isn't just another trim level, it's a bold performance statement from Genesis that pushes their design language and engineering expertise into a thrilling new direction. Let's break it down, starting from its striking exterior, then moving on to how it performs, and finally giving you a brief look inside. The moment you first lay eyes on the GV60 Magma, it's immediately clear this isn't a typical electric crossover. The design blends futuristic minimalism with motorsport-inspired aggression. Up front, you'll notice the signature Genesis two-line headlights, but here they've been sharpened and darkened to give a more sinister look. The wider front grille, still closed since it's an EV, is surrounded by enlarged air intakes that not only improve aerodynamics but also hint at the performance lurking beneath. The hood has subtle sculpted lines that guide airflow efficiently, while the lower splitter sits just a bit more pronounced than on the standard GV60, adding to the sporty stance. From the side, the Magma trim sets itself apart with flared wheel arches that house massive lightweight forged wheels, typically finished in a darker graphite shade. Behind those wheels sit bright orange brake calipers, a clear nod to the Magma name, symbolizing heat, energy, and raw power. The body lines are smoother than most performance crossovers, but Genesis cleverly uses shadow and light to create a muscular silhouette without losing elegance. The roofline slopes gently to the rear, enhancing the coupe-like feel, while blacked-out trim pieces add contrast against the vivid new Magma-specific paint options. Move around back and you'll see perhaps the most distinctive angle of the GV60 Magma. A sculpted rear diffuser, aggressive dual-wing spoiler, and a full-width taillight strip emphasize width and stability. The Genesis winged emblem is proudly centered, and subtle Magma badging sits below, leaving no doubt that this is a special machine. The rear bumper integrates aerodynamic fins, and even though it's an EV, the design cues borrow heavily from the world of high-performance combustion sports cars. Overall, the GV60 Magma is an exterior masterclass in blending luxury with athleticism, creating a vehicle that stands out even in a crowded EV market. But design is only half the story. Let's talk performance, because the Magma edition doesn't just look fast, it delivers. Genesis has fitted the GV60 Magma with a dual-motor all-wheel drive system that's tuned specifically for performance driving. Combined output climbs significantly over the standard GV60, with estimates hovering around 590 horsepower and well over 700 pound-feet of torque. That kind of power translates to blistering acceleration, with 0 to 60 miles per hour achieved in under 3.5 seconds. This makes it one of the quickest electric crossovers in its class, competing directly with the likes of the Tesla Model Y Performance and even nipping at the heels of more expensive European rivals. Genesis didn't just throw power at the Magma, they engineered it for balance and handling. The chassis has been stiffened, the suspension tuned for sharper responses, and the adaptive dampers recalibrated to keep the ride comfortable in daily driving but firm and composed when you push it hard. A low center of gravity, thanks to the battery pack placement, works with performance tires to ensure maximum grip. Whether you're carving through winding roads or accelerating onto a highway, the GV60 Magma feels planted, eager, and confidence-inspiring. Braking performance has also been given serious attention. Those bright orange calipers clamp down on larger, ventilated discs that provide strong, consistent stopping power. Genesis has integrated regenerative braking with multiple adjustable levels, so you can choose between smooth coasting or aggressive one-pedal driving. The steering is precise and well-weighted, offering a level of feedback rarely found in EVs. Altogether, this makes the GV60 Magma not just a straight-line rocket but a genuinely dynamic driver's car. One of the more interesting performance features is the Magma-exclusive launch control system. Activate it, and the dual motors deliver maximum power in a surge that pins you to your seat. The software also manages torque distribution, sending power to the wheels with the most grip. In real-world terms, it means explosive acceleration without drama, putting a huge smile on your face every time you use it. For enthusiasts, this is the kind of detail that elevates the GV60 Magma from just another luxury EV to something far more engaging. Now let's step briefly inside. The interior of the GV60 Magma continues Genesis's theme of blending high-tech sophistication with sporty accents. The overall layout remains familiar, but Magma-specific touches set it apart. You'll find deeply bolstered sport seats wrapped in a mix of Napa leather and Alcantara, often with bright contrast stitching that echoes the fiery orange theme. The flat-bottom steering wheel carries Magma badging, and subtle carbon fiber or brushed metal trim inserts add to the performance vibe. Technology-wise, Genesis hasn't cut corners. The dual-screen setup dominates the dashboard, combining a digital driver's display with a wide infotainment system. The graphics are crisp, the menus intuitive, and connectivity features are seamless. You also get a head-up display with performance readouts, ensuring you can keep your eyes on the road while monitoring speed, power distribution, and navigation. Despite its sporty character, comfort isn't sacrificed. The rear seats remain usable, and cargo space is respectable for an EV in this category, making the GV60 Magma practical as well as thrilling. In summary, the 2026 Genesis GV60 Magma is proof that electric vehicles can deliver heart-pounding excitement while still maintaining elegance and everyday usability. Its aggressive yet refined exterior makes a bold statement. The performance hardware and software deliver genuine driving thrills, and the interior combines luxury with sportiness in a way that few competitors can match. Genesis is clearly serious about stepping into the performance EV arena, and with the GV60 Magma, they've created something that not only stands toe-to-toe with established players but in many ways surpasses expectations. This has been Next Gen Drive, bringing you the future of performance and luxury mobility. If the GV60 Magma is any indication, the future of Genesis is looking red hot.